Hello everyone, Attack Power here with Game 2 between Koenig and Steppeknight in the July monthly tournament. Let's dive right in here to Siedlce. And on the left, in the red, we have Koenig playing Task Force Butler on balanced income. And on the right, in the blue, we have Steppeknight playing 44th Strelki on Maverick income. So on the left here with the red, Task Force Butler division we don't see very often these days, an American division made up of some interesting mix of French troops and American troops. So yeah, I mean, it's got some phase locking, which is one of the big reasons it doesn't get played more. Its infantry can be good in certain situations and very lacking in others. It's just an interesting mix of units. It's recon tab, really solid with cavalry scouts and commandos, Afrique, for the recon units, along with some M8s and stuff, and you get a lot of slots of them. Your infantry tab, definitely unique. You can only bring rifles late in the A phase, which is funny because they're coming in early, but anyway. And then you're basically stuck with maquisards in the B and C, which are good Molotov infantry, but they're expensive. They're not like super duper cheap or really efficient, and they're definitely not good at long range. You do get the FFI rallies, which are now double machine gun units, so definitely good there for only 25 points. Your armor tab is an interesting mix. It's M4A1s, Stuarts, M8s, and then an M4A1 with a 76, which is definitely desperately needed. Your support tab is really solid, lot of 50 cals, MG34s, and you do get an M4 105, which is the 2K Sherman. Your AT tab solid with the M1A1 tank destroyers. I'm pretty sure they do have the APCR, which makes them very good. Yeah, they're 80 points, so they get the APCR, which makes them very good. You get a pack and some 57 mils. Your AA tab lacking, another issue for this division. You only have 25 mils and M15s, so that's definitely not a great AA tab. Not the worst we've ever seen, but not great either. RD tab, very good. You get the radio mortars and you get the long toms that he's putting in C. And then your air tab, really solid too with your American planes. They are expensive though. Hellcats, P-47s, all that good stuff. On the other side, we see 44 Strelki, a mainstay from way back when. This division, nice and well-rounded. It's got some weaknesses, not a great AT tab to be sure. Its RD tab can definitely be lacking despite its very good off-map, but once all those got nerfed, it lost basically all the quote-unquote goodness of its RD tab. Your recon tab is pretty phenomenal. He's got 3 cards of snipers, so 16 snipers, so expect to see those all over the place. Your infantry tab, also pretty solid. It's none of the unique units. It's no like special Soviet infantry, but it's the solid Soviet infantry. You get Tanko Desnikis, your Sapri's, your Gavardi DPs, plenty of those. So, you know, just a very average, solid infantry tab. Your tank tab, mostly T-34-85s, a mix of the 1944 and 43 variant, and you get a card of T-34-76s. So, yeah, I mean, in this matchup, very solid. First support is phenomenal. You get lots of Su-152s, OB-25s, the usual mix, but you can have like 2 or 3 cards of Su-152s if you want them. Your AT tab lacking, only 45 mils, ZIS-3s, and Su-76 is not super great in PTRSs, so definitely lacking in the big tank killing department. Your AA tab is phenomenal with lots of 25s, 37s, and 85 mils. Your RD tab, like I said, lacking big guns and stuff, mostly just off-map, which he is bringing in B phase. And your air tab is pretty great with the Tu-2S, which is like a nightmare plane still that is very fast, has good resilience, and can get in and out with a big bomb loadout. So the game has begun. Let's see what happens here. A P2R recon once again at the start of this. Players loving their recon planes. If you didn't see game 1, make sure to go check that out. And don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe if you're new to the channel for more Steel Division 2 content. So, of course, always rooting for the balanced player. Hoorah, balanced. The M1 gun. Oh, this thing has a machine gun on it. That's fun. Huh, didn't notice he brought him in with this. Big push down south, though. There's nothing. I mean, the OB-25 can stop these cavalry rush. But, unfortunately, with the 50 cals here to support, I doubt it's going to do that. OB-25 can't decide what to shoot at. Gets off one shot. He'll probably be pinned any second from the 50 cals. I think 50 cals suppress too quickly. I think they're a little bit too strong in terms of suppression. It's a little insane. And Koenig getting a lot of ground here. Losing this hill is pretty backbreaking for the blue player. Like, because you can no longer play in the middle because you set up an AT gun here. Can't use this reinforcement road here. It's really hard to get by this one. It's really rough losing that. T-34 coming in, 45 mil to try to save the day. This, of course, he was not expecting such a rush. especially with the balanced income of Koenig, but Koenig already on a 16-8, so a devastating start here for Steppeknight. Does this thing have armor? No, it doesn't. The SG-43 just got pinned that quickly by the 50 cal. It couldn't even kill this truck. Yeah, I think 50 cals are a little bit too much. I don't think they definitely shouldn't have a damage nerf. No price nerf, nothing like that. 50 cals in general need their suppression reduced a little bit. It's a little nuts. No other machine gun in the game even gets close to the suppression that a 50 cal puts out. M8 does go down. 45 mil lands 2 clean shots. SG immediately pinned. Sniper trying to save the day against his machine gun. Rifles late, moving into the forest here. Although the Octave Cheeky might kill those off. It's very possible. Steppeknight actually deploying up north. He's got a huge force, and he is going. I guess he assumed since there's so much down south for Koenig, he must be weak up north. A lot of reinforcements coming in here, though, to secure this grab. Crew killed. M10 with its just so good APCR shells just tearing into that tank and getting a very lucky crit immediately, so that hurts. 45 mil will stop things from going any deeper. Those are coming in. I'm surprised Steppeknight's not reacting more aggressively. But maybe he knows something I don't. Because I'd be panic deploy right now. I'd be serious in full-on panic deploy mode because losing this hill really does kind of lose you this game. I mean, it's so bad. Like, because then even just getting this flag's hard. You, of course, won't capture this one. You lose this one. This flag becomes basically untenable with its area captured. Like, it's just a... It's a domino effect of bad things. But... he's decided to just back up, give up the hill, and secure from here. We'll see if that gets it, because if he pushes hard enough up here, he's got this flag. And then it's a little easier to get into the town then, too, because you overlook the hill. Getting this flag is tough, because they can just sit stuff on this, constantly bringing stuff right into this woods here. Ogden did not stop this rifles late at all. SG-43 currently saving the day, but the rifles will take them out momentarily. Sniper 45 mil coming in. Those are out here just to watch what's coming around the corner. G43 going down. Will the 45 mil unload in time? May not. Yak 1B coming in. 2 50-kilogram bombs. This is pretty bad. I don't think this kills anything. Yeah, that's... there's a Yak 1B with a better bomb loadout. Of course, lower availability, but that's 100% worth it for it to actually kill something. 1 M8 down. Finally, the aggression of Koenig starting to punish him a little bit here. But the 50 cal on that M8, it's so much. And the 45 is overwhelmed. 50 mil mortar doing some nice work here to overwhelm these infantry. Engineers, though, are here with their grenade. It does go off. And now the M8's just going to drive through again. This 45 probably going to go down to the rifles late. They do have 2 BARs. T-34 finally called in to try to staunch the bleeding. Oh, the M8 rush, just so cheesy. It's fine. It's very preventable. It's not like Cromwell Rush or something, but it's still like so annoying. And it's only I honestly only think it's because 50 cals are so strong. If you weren't able to pin stuff so quickly with them, it wouldn't be nearly as dangerous. Steppeknight trying to grab that flag up north, but he's getting held up. Down the 45 mil gets surrendered. T-34 going to try to save the day. 45 mil here dead. So now this armor, this is open to another rush of something. A piece already in. Koenig all over Steppeknight right now. And he's on his balance. I mean, this is a good way to play balance, honestly, against Maverick. You actually kind of want to play A phase really aggressively and capture some stuff, get some early leads and some early tickets, and put your opponent off balance. So that way they're using their Maverick income to catch up instead of get ahead. Another 45 going to go down here to the M8. These 45s have been completely incapable of stopping these M8 rushes. .50 cal, yeah, finding the dozer out in the open. That's going down. T-34 should be pretty safe here as long as it actually can... Well, the sniper's completely out of position, so as long as the T-34 can actually spot some of this stuff, should be pretty good. But now the A's and the AK-1B is not going to get through. T-34 threatened by the M10. Now, this is not a 50 cal. This is just an M1919. Now, another flag captured. Back to a 16-8 here for Koenig. He's just all over Steppeknight here. Still 3 minutes left of A phase. And I mean, Steppeknight has the income advantage. I mean, it's only 50 points. It's not much, but it's still an income advantage. T-34 finally takes out some of these units, but the other M8 running away in time. Sniper finally moving forward to spot. The T-34 will finally get a target. Down it goes immediately. M8 in the woods, though. That'll hold that and keep that double tick going for a bit longer. Steppeknight again making it like just a push out in the open. He's kind of a fan of these, and I am very much not a fan of these. You just lose so many troops for no reason. P2 gets immediately forced off. M8... What is it shooting? Oh, it's shooting the plane with its 50 cal. Now I understand. But that's lucky because that did reveal it. M8's just pinning down the SG-43s everywhere. I mean, one of the big issues for Butler is its A phase aggression because you got so many phase locks and stuff. You're missing, generally missing a fair number of tools in A phase, but Koenig overcoming that easily with just hyper aggressive play with these M8s. T-34 is still alive down here, so these M8s won't get far. At least they shouldn't, unless this M8 gets a shot in the back and the sniper's already dead, so the T-34 can't see nearly as well. T-34 takes out one, but already took a pen. Will it turn in time? It did. Now it should be safe. Takes out another M8. Whew, that was a spicy play there by Koenig. He really did try. Gotta give him credit for that. Up north, Steppeknight did successfully capture this flag, so, I mean, he punished Koenig for his deep push down south, but I think this loss is so much worse. Like I said, now he's lost this flag here. He's currently lost this one. P-38 coming in, doing some nice bomb damage. Avto forced to fall back. A lot of support weapons and stuff in, though. The T-34-85, pretty safe from this M1 gun. At range, it's unlikely to penetrate. M1 gun goes down, OB-25, so good. But losing this flag now again, and this is my point, it's just really hard to hold that flag. It's a really, like, just disadvantageous area. And Steppeknight's really putting no effort into getting back into here at all, which is kind of shocking to me. I mean, he is literally putting the bare amount of effort into holding, like, this ground and not losing more. Double 50 cal, they're going to just absolutely dominate. T-34-85's in, though, with the 1944 variant with the 2,000 meter range. So he should be able to start working his way back into this open area. But again, the issue is he lost it already. I mean, Butler, not exactly a strong 2K division at all. I mean, the APCR and the M4A1 going to be a problem. But, M10, not M4A1, the M10 tank destroyer, that's going to be an issue. But other than that, T-34s should do pretty well. I'm surprised Stepp only brought one card of SU-152s, because that 2K can be really good in the middle. But he's kind of decided to play where his division is not strongest, in my opinion, which is more of this north, tighter wood area. Not in the center here, where he could really be quite strong. Oh, these 50 cals. M15 nicely positioned. That Yak has no chance getting through. I'm not sure why he keeps trying to get it through. He knows the M15 is there. And there's no AA up north, which he has not tried to send a plane into. Well, no, he does. The P2's flying around. He knows there's no AA. So, kind of an odd choice for Stepp to send into the jaws of the AA. Koenig developing his southern defense even more. SG-43 totally failing here. Feels like it should be doing better. Tu-2S going into the AA. I mean, it's going to get its bombs off because this plane is insane. But not going to do much anyway. With the rifles immediately falling back, taking almost no damage at all. I mean, Stepp has the north, and now he's finally pushing the center. This is what I wanted to see. Once you have this hill, it's much easier to like go in on the center here. Tankos do have the half tracks, which means the rifles only have their grenades to throw at them, which means they will get into position safely. Machine gun's not firing. Tankos, I would think, would win, especially with the support of the T-34, and they do. Tanko going really deep, maybe a little too deep, letting some stuff go, which means he won't capture this flag. So Stepp finally making the play. We're in B phase, so he's getting his big Maverick income. But will he be able to make up for this big loss down south? And Koenig's going to try to punish him for his light deployment down south. Oh, T-3040 76 goes down, so now he's going to lose this flag again. He'll lose his 1311 that he momentarily had. This was perhaps a little too deep. Yeah, perhaps a little too deep. Now the M5A1 pushing through. Gavardi did recapture this flag at least, but now the P-38 coming in for that Gavardia. That's going to get wiped out. Oh, wow. Can't believe that survived. Yak 1B into the AA once again. Wow, I cannot believe that got the bombs off. There's so little. So much effort for so little damage. These are bad. Don't take 50-kilogram bombers. They're just never good. The only ones that are good if they have 8 bombs and it's like a Focke-Wulf or an ME-410 or... Do the Allies even have light bombs like that? Maybe a Spitfire maybe has that low. I don't even think so. Most of the Allied bombers have like 100-kilogram bombs and stuff. Tanko throwing their Molotov over the building kills off that truck there. MG34 though, and M1 gun getting into position. Gavardi DP, I can't believe he hasn't turned on this thing yet. There's an SU-152. Too far though to support. Don't think this ZIS-3 is going to win. Yeah, and Koenig just pushing deeper. I mean, there's no more flags to capture, but if he captures this spawn point, it's a pretty big deal. But I mean, it's still only 13-11, and Stepp can definitely push back. He's got 2 potential flags here. M4 moving in to fight this ZIS-3. Armor finally moving forward here. Yeah, Stepp definitely needs to make better usage of his stronger 2K assets. Su-76 is in to try to kill off this light armor. Those are going to go down. Maquisards pushing towards the spawn point. Once the tip is captured, that'll be the end of reinforcements down here. Another M8 down, but it took a Su-76 with it. Cavalry scout's going to be an issue. Oh my goodness. Why is he doing this? Now this was forced off. This machine gun continuing to hold this flag. Line of Tankos coming in. He did bring the B phase card, so there's 12 of them. Cavalry scout kills this Su-76 because it was driving forward for absolutely no reason. At least these are... I mean, this one's going to die to the cavalry scout again. This one should get in. Sniper coming into spot. Maquisards backed off, so he will get into the woods. He should beat the Maquisards. They're not... Their actual CQC loadout is much weaker than the Tankos. The Molotov is the only reason they're, like, any good at CQC at all. Now the Tankos unloaded correctly out in the open because they didn't want to die, but now they probably will. Tu-2S coming in for blind bombing. Doesn't get through. There's now the 25 mil and the M15, so only one gets through. Tango gets absolutely wiped out. Okay, Tu-2S comes around for another flyby. Gonna get punished for that. Tankos do get into the woods here, so that's a nice play. I mean, he knows there's something here. He could just ground attack with the SU-152 right onto that. He's got another right here. P-38, they're going to absolutely destroy these Tankos. Oh, and they're going to get surrendered. Oof, nice play there from Koenig. Bomb right behind the enemy infantry and then just move yours forward, and it's an easy surrender from there. So Stepp really just refusing to commit any more to the southern defense. I mean, I understand it's gone. I get that, but man. Like, no infantry, just a T-34 holding this. He's got 16 snipers. He could, you know, put it on return fire, at least see all this stuff. Vardia now pushing into the woods. Would not recommend, generally speaking. He's got this SU-152 right here. He's finally captured this flag here in the center. What's the 105 going after? Oh, he's moving Vardia forward. T-34-85, though, spotting that M4-105. Going to force that off, so nice little push off there. Vardia immediately pinned, though. Double Yak-1Bs coming in. Finally bombing this freaking machine gun here. Again, he could just ground attack it with the SU-152. It's a much easier and cleaner solution to this problem. Yak-1B going for the MG-34. These are just so bad. They're so bad. T-34 finding that 50 cal, and this is the issue. I'm surprised Koenig hasn't put more stuff here. I mean, right there, boom. 6-pounder, or M10, or whatever, or Pack 40, boom. Nothing comes down this road anymore. 15-9 for Steppeknight. I'm really impressive, honestly. With how much he gave up down here, to still be at a 15-9 despite that. I mean, he just carved into Koenig's area to take flags back. I mean, what? Look at that. Look at that freaking front line. That is a fascinating game, to be sure. Shows you what you can do if your opponent pushes you and you just say, screw it. SU-76 going to go down here to the M1 gun, almost for sure. Does force the M1 gun off, so the Tankos might be able to get in successfully. Tankos going now for the hill. M4-105, though, is here. Misses wide. Saperty coming for that. I'm surprised he didn't move here to get this flag more definitely. T-3045 still hunting for that M4-105. Should get a shot off here. It does. And it does penetrate. Extremely aggressive Tanko push here. Not sure why. M4-105 does go down. He's only got 2 of those, so that's a big kill there for Steppeknight. I mean, the B-Phase Tanko's paying off big here. They are only 20 points, so like he can just throw them all over the place. But he is running out. He's called a lot in. One Tanko didn't make it. Died in the transport from the M1 gun. Cavalry Scouts do go down this flag. Currently 16-8 for Steppeknight, but it is now C-Phase. So let's see if he can hold on to this because, I mean, I don't think he's actually traded very well while grabbing all these flags, although he's lost very little armor. The issue is he's just been throwing infantry at problems, which is something I would do, which is not a good thing to do. T-3045, though, a good call in down south to kind of shore this defense up completely now. Because Task Force Butler honestly just kind of struggles against T-3045s. They got the Pack 40s and the M10s can. They don't love it, but they can. Tankos should beat the Maquisards like we talked about, but T-38 going to ruin that, and down that goes. Still 15-9, though. T-3045, 1944 variant, pushing up here deep into the center. I would not strongly suggest that, but he does now strongly have this Yak-1B coming in to tickle somebody. Here's my 50-kilogram bombs. Ouch. They're so bad. Don't take those guys. 81mm mortar, though, with the radio, means he can hit this armor really hard. And if Steppeknight doesn't keep it moving, he's going to lose it really quick. He's really pushing to try to, like, bomb blindly over here. T-3045 successfully killing that M1 gun. Gavardia coming in. This is not the point now where I would think go push back your southern flank. I would say go all in on the center here. where you're winning decisively. Needs to move this armor, though. Although, the 81 mortar now out of range, so it's going to be a lot less deadly without the radio. After pushing through, might get hit by this 81 mortar, coincidentally. Armor is now backing off. But the mortar, yep, gonna land right on these reinforcing infantry. That's just very bad luck there. Oh, that is really bad luck. And that was the sapperty of all of them. Oh no, I don't know if it was. I don't know what it was, but it's dead. Still 16-8 for Steppeknight, but he's got 12 minutes to survive through sea phase balance. Gonna be tough, but he's making good progress down south. I mean, yeah, I'm surprised now all of a sudden he's like, let's take the south back, but he is. Double M10 coming in. Pack 40 up north getting spotted. 50 mil mortar moving up. I mean, things have been quiet up here, but now it looks like Koenig's trying to get back in there. Maquisard's not great at long range, and the leader about to get killed here, so that'll be a huge kill to take away all this veterancy. Maquisard's out of Molotovs, meaning they're really not that strong anymore at CQC. The Tankos should dominate them. Gavardi DP might kill this M15, but the M15 does have a 50 cal, which means almighty 50 cal crushes everything ever. Oh, and a Pack 40 dies in the transport. What a kill there for Stepp. Stepp looking a little thin, though, on his northern flank now because he put so much into the south. M15 runs out of ammo. Kills the rifles late. Needs to fall back the Yak because that could definitely die to the 25 triple star. There's a commander here. Just notice that. Machine gun's finally going down. Tanko, this has armor, right? Yeah, it does. So the Tankos can only kill if they get really close. Yak 1B continuing to tickle people. Armor backed way up. I mean, he needs to move forward to support these infantry here. M10 moving into a dangerous spot. Still 17-7 for Steppeknight, though. OB25, can he get the pen? Nope, it misses. Oh, he did not get the pen. It didn't even get the hit. Looks like 50 mil finally about to go down, although it gets a nice hit on that M4A1 before it goes. Ooh. Gonna lose this flag up north. Gonna go back to a, what, 16-8. The M15 finally did go down. That's a big kill for the AA. Because, again, he doesn't have much. So now he's down to the 25 mil down here. Gavardia pushing through, but the 25 mil gonna kill that Gavardia in the transport, probably? No, he doesn't. T-34 needs to push forward to help. Stepp making a big breakthrough here. This could be backbreaking for Koenig, but he's making the push up north. Double 37 mil caught out in the open. T-34-85 on the run? Like, way on the run? Why wouldn't you just push straight across? Like, why would you back up all the way to here and then go like that? I think that was just like a panic order. Yeah, he re-aimed at the artillery and then missed it. Gavardi did go down to that 25 mil, did not push with his T-34-85 soon enough. M4A1 76 going to be a bit of an issue. Definitely can kill this T-34-85. Unless the T-34-85 stays at range, then it should be all right. M10 takes a penetration already. Now making a run for it. This combo, T-34-85, 1944, and SC-152, is why this division is still quite deadly. Even with the nerfs to its off-map, its legendary off-map. (17-7), 9 minutes left. I mean, Stepp is doing it. I gotta give him credit. He was behind. Very behind. And he has pushed back significantly. 25 mil gonna run out of ammo here. Yak 1B gonna suppress, at least suppress the RD leader, which should allow that Gavardia DP to finish it off. So he's flipped the script down here. Really impressive, because I just kind of thought it was over. Koenig grabbing this flag, though, right now. Finally, he gets up north with his planes, because there's, like, no AA to cover here at all. But unfortunately, he doesn't have enough infantry to hold this flag. He's going to lose this one, so it'll be back to a 15-9. This flag's an easy grab, though. Cavalry scouts go down. Lots of reinforcements coming in for Koenig. Lots less. Now both those 37 mils died. That's really bad. M10's redeploying with their supply to keep their APCR firing all the time. $25 mil is out, so now the Yak-1Bs can tickle whoever they want. Feels like my 2-year-old toddler who, you know, air quote, tickles, but doesn't really tickle yet. But she thinks she's very funny when she does it. It's adorable, but it's not doing anything. Tank goes down. This flag flips now. He did recapture this one, though. P-38 coming in for the bombing run, but immediately veers off. There's no AA here, though. Zenart 37 mil coming in down south. Did re-lose this flag because of the FFI rallies, but now it's pushed too far forward and all the armor can engage. Yeah, M4A1 has to be careful with the Su-76 and the T-34 here. The M4A1 with the 76 has the same armor, so it's still pretty easy to kill. Double Tu-2S going for the M10. Good choice there. Kill that off. There's only 6 of those, so killing them does matter. Will Koenig react in time? He is not. Now Yak-1B coming for this rifles late. Dozer's been spotting all this time. M10 is dead. That flag goes back. Still 59 for Stepp. 7 minutes left here for Colonel. Maquisards do have some Molotovs left, so this Gavardia will lose most likely, even though it's only a 3 health unit. Ognem and G should just stay in this puddle here, honestly. Okay. He should retreat these Tu-2Ss since they're absolutely useless with no ammo. The Yak-1, I understand, maybe floating around, do some air defense or strafing, despite it not being good at that. Oh, the Dozer ran into the commander. I mean, the commander should be safe, but man, that would have been so cheesed. I don't even, cheese isn't the right word, but like, oh, that would have been so bad. T-34-85 hitting the Maquisards. Yak-1B does not get through, flies through the AA. Another M15 coming in, the second of the 2 he has. The cavalry scout is here, though. This T-34-85 getting way too aggressive. No, no, Stepp. No, you have no infantry support. Why are you doing this? Don't drive tanks into the woods. Learn your lesson, people. Do not drive tanks of any sort into yellow woods unless it's a dinky little light tank you don't care about losing. Never a 110-point tank that you're not sure what's in there. And it's back to a 12-12. Wow, that was such a great push by Stepp. But now things starting to crumble here. The balanced income starting to take effect. Truly. Remember, until about 25 minutes, the Maverick player technically still has more income left over. But once you get to that 25-minute mark, that's when the balanced player starts to pile on, and it piles on really fast. T-34-85, Su-152. The Su-152 does actually help because it gets things like crew knockouts and stuff. There, you get so many crits from these Su-152s. It's kind of insane. So another M10 dead. The other one here engaged already. Bounces off the T-34-85. Took a pen itself. T-34-85 decides to push forward aggressively. Other M10 lines up a shot. Gets the hit and kills. Takes a pen itself, though. That T-34-85 kills a big kill, and the mortar now raining down on that Su-152 and T-34-85 combo. Steppeknight back to a 13-11. Cavalry Scout just waiting for that T-34-85 to get frisky again. T-34-85 takes a pen from the Pack-40. There's still one of those left, and ooh, it misses. T-34-85 on the run, but it's very much in range. Down it goes. $10 minutes on a single tick is a long time. Pack-40 just absolutely cleaning up all this armor. Now the Air Force deploying from Colonel Koenig. P-47 with his massive bomb load out of 2, essentially 500 kilogram bombs. Just wipes those infantry out. Plane down there from, I don't even know who that was. And the defense is rebuilt here for Koenig, and now we have a huge disparity in infantry. I mean, in units here. Stepp's still on a 1311, but it is a tenuous 1311. Like, the South could get blown over here with a wish of air. T-3485 coming to try to save the day, but it's a 1943 variant, which means it's not going to be outranging any of these units anymore. He only had 6 T-3485 1944s, which means he might be out. He's lost several. Stepp's still holding that 1410, though. He is not giving it up. We've already DP spotted, which means this flag's going to get lost momentarily. T-3485 now in range of all the weapons here. And it shoots the commando and not any of the tanks, which seems really weird. How could it not see the... What's going on? Oh, line of sight tool, you vex me so. Tu-2S coming into the AA once again. Now, this thing can get in and out, though. It continues to, because it's just so good. Not killing that 25 mil earlier with that T-3045 was a pretty critical mistake. It allows him to have 2 pieces of AA, which means it's much easier to stop planes and even potentially destroy them. T-3485 backing up, that flag lost, back to a 12-12 now. Oh, that was the SU-152. I was like, what was that big boom? Gavardia moving in to try to recapture this flag. It should be able to. There's nothing here really to stop him from doing that. Unless he drives too close and the M1 kills it. There you go. Makes the right choice and walks the rest of the way. I mean, the truth is, I feel like 44th has the divisional advantage here because of this big open ground where you have so much 2K you can really dominate. But I feel like Stepp spent a lot of time fighting much tighter fights instead of taking advantage of his 2K power. And he definitely needs to learn to start using the ground attack because he's not. I mean, he could have cleared this building out like 6 times already just by ground attacking right here. And here comes the bombers. P-38 going to absolutely destroy these infantry. Yeah, a lot of damage there. And now they're getting forced off. Vardy DP did get back on this hill, but again, that's such a huge loss losing this hill. Double 25 in now. Triple star. You really got to get those 20 and 25 mils up to higher veterancies. Then they do start to function relatively comparatively to their 37 mil counterparts. Yak 1 goes down. The M4A1 did go down, I think. Yeah, that one did die. There's another one here. There are only 6 to deal with. We've seen several die already. Big issue with Butler is it does have a very real limit to a lot of its stronger tools. Like, you run out of a lot of the tools you kind of really need to function. Saperty gonna toss a grenade at this M4. Oh, just got wiped out. Yak 1B coming to tickle something. It's not gonna get through. Nope. Might even die here. Koenig doing a good job of keeping his AA near leadership. P-38 does get the bombs through pins at Gavardia. Somehow it's still 14-10 for Stepp. This flag and this flag, I suppose? And he has this one back somehow? I cannot believe... A 15-9? Seriously? My God. I mean, he has this one, I guess, and now he's grabbed this one again. Stepp is just holding on. I can feel the sweat here for Colonel. He's really... I mean, he should win this game. I mean, there's no reason to lose anymore, but, like, he might. He might lose this. I honestly thought it was over, but Stepp pulling out another 15-9 here. P-47 coming for the big bomb here. Will the 37 mil stop it? Not at all. The American planes are so fast and so heavily armed. Oh! Killed both the units that hold the flag. Down that goes, back to a 14-10, doubles that timer again. Still, 4 minutes, ain't that long. Another flag here about to fall. Gavardi did sneak back in. T-30-45 versus M4A1. M4A1 misses his first shot. T-34 does as well, but the M4 got the first shot off, which means he gets the first hit. First penetration is achieved. T-30-45 responds and goes down. Gavardi a pin, gonna lose that flag as well. Is gonna go back to a 12-12 here. SU-152 goes down. Big loss there to that M10. M10 does go down, but gets a spalling crit on the T-30-45. Takes out both of those heavy armor. T-30-45 up north goes into the woods once again and dies to the commandos. Really poor choice of usage of his armor there. And now Koenig on the 13-11. Here comes the Air Force. Tu-2S is just doing a general bombing to try to stop this. I mean, these 25s will definitely stop, should stop the Yak-1, I would think. No, they're moving, they're... Why aren't they shooting? That's really weird. Well, all of them get through, but all of the infantry are already retreating, so they're going to take minimal damage. Infantry flowing back in to try to recapture some of these flags. I think Koenig's on a pretty strong 14-10 now. Nope, Steppeknight's back on a 13-11. I don't know how he keeps doing it, to be honest with you. But now this flag's finally lost, and these Gavardi are very weak, so they won't get it back. All the armor's dead. There is another T-30-45, but the SU-152s are dead. He only called in 2, which again I felt like was an odd choice to say the least. OB-25 does kill the M4A1. Oh my goodness, these things are insane. 90 millimeters of penetration. Heat shell doing the work. But now the Maquisards and rifles get in, capturing this flag. Colonel back up to a 14-10. 37 mil now down to the artillery. I just saw a big boom. That's a 155. 2 long toms now, and Koenig has had enough. T-30-45 trying to kill off this M5A1 before it kills his AA. I mean, once the AA is dead, then he's really screwed, because then the Air Force can just absolutely destroy everything. Bardi finally go down. This flag firmly secured. Stepp keeps throwing attacks out. I gotta give the guy credit. He has kept up his aggression despite his disintegrating position. Already forcing these infantry off of this flag now. .37 mil stays alive, but he's lost a lot of AA, and he doesn't have the points to replace it anymore. 50 mil mortar. Fires, but unfortunately Maquisard's already in range, and they're going to get wiped out. T-30-45 driving right through, no eyeballs whatsoever. M4A1 going to get the first shot off for sure. It's not going to miss. Going to get that pen. T-30-45 will respond, but the M4A1 will get the second shot off and kill that quite easily. Stepp holding Colonel to a 14-10. He's not letting him go. T-30-45 down, though. Huge investment dead. And things finally seem to be like crumbling here for Stepp. His southern flank now destroyed. 37 mil should die to the infantry here soon enough. Here comes the P-47s. The AA is still in place, but it's not enough by any stretch to stop all these planes. Double P-38 bombs do take out the T-30-45. Yak-1B going for the AA duty, but it's going to die now. All of this AA will easily kill that. Bombers doing tons of damage now. This American Air Force really strong once it can do whatever it wants. Tu-2S is coming in to respond. The Hellcat is still here, though. Will the 37 mil stop it in time? No, it's getting fouled back. Hellcat. Can't get on the back. Yaquimbi actually kills it. Wow. Nice little play there for Stepp. Not that it's changing much at this point, but it was still a nice move. And now this flag loss. Colonel finally picking up his 15-9. He's pushed so hard for. What a game. I mean, Stepp really kept up the aggression despite having no income. It was really quite impressive. I don't think he played the middle enough. I mean, he did finally, like, at the end of B phase, but I feel like he should have pushed that much sooner. A lot of flags are concentrated right here. You can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 flags in this central area. So grabbing that really swings the game in your favor. I mean, you can see down here, there's really only 1, 2, 3 flags on the flank and another 3 on this, like 3 on this flank. So, you know, this map is supposed to be centered in the center. Like, it's supposed to be focused on the center of the map. Yes, you can make great progress, and by grabbing flanks, you can absolutely control the center, but this is what it's about. And you could see while Stepp had the center, it didn't matter that he lost half the map. He was still winning by a double tick. .37 mil, it is very suppressed, so it won't build up very quickly. And those Tu-2Ss, once they drop their bombs, are just so freaking fast. Now the Gavardi were forced out of the woods. M4A1 will be able to clean those up very easily. And that flag will flip as well. He did manage to regrab this flag. T-3485 back in. Keeps that M4A1 away. 37 mil now dead. So now the AA even worse off. And now the North is going to fall apart as well. With the M4A1s pushing forward. (17-7). Can he capture this last flag? Colonel going for the fast move. Is this 3 going to get surrendered here? Another flag should be a triple tick, and that should be bye-bye for Steppeknight. P-47 bombings. Oh, they missed. Did he ground attack? He must have ground attacked because he totally missed. There's the 18-6. M10 versus T-3485. M10, APCR doing what it does, but he's now out of those. Tu-2S coming in for the hit on the Maquisards. This should be able to kill the M4, unless the M4 gets in machine gun range, then the almighty 50 cal will absolutely destroy it. No, he stopped. Double machine gun coming in, though, with the traction, so... M4 went down. And Stepp finally throws in the towel there. What a game. 44 minutes, 55 seconds here on Siedlce. 43-55 to 32-85. Great match to both players. Seeing a huge swing there and some very impressive comebacks and such. Good strategies from all sides. Nice way to use those incomes and see different ways of approaching that kind of game, especially with a division we don't see very often in Task Force Butler. If you guys enjoyed that, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe, check out another video, and consider checking out the Patreon down below. Thanks a bunch, and have a fantastic day.